offense. Was it did it the Foxes? Chanel bag is ostrich. Stay down, come up in the process. Hey, private jet, yeah. The same diamond milk, yeah. I'ma keep the on welfare. The pink stone real. Bling bling blow, yeah. Bling bling. Mama got style, yeah. Chanel reptile player. Hey, on Mars, gotta get the grace of the God. 3 rock stars, nobody seeing the gang on guard. Superstars out. Hey. Brand new cars. We by the bar now. Swaying doors now. Now smash. Shots and goals. Rock the shows. Big bang rolls. Cash. Now she go. For the team. Now she don't ski. Splash. Think about posting up on the ground, man. The leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers. Think about posting up on the ground, man. The leader. Whole gang in the field. We don't do bleachers.
Okay, you ready? Look. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you bubbling. Look. Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just see the bag, quit out that jaw jackery. Don't even see that I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Y'all is a lazy, my posse dipping, I raiding. We act a fool for the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon, I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Austin Eckler on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now Foles. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 22-yard line. Foles. Green's got it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Here's Foles. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, that's complete to Clark. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Carr now on 1st down, looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Uses the spin. And now running right through it. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? There goes Melvin Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Hey, we are. You're mine.
On third and long, it's Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He had the touchdown catch on the last drive. Now he's got a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Carr now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Get down. You're wide 8-8. 24.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
We go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
Great, great. 180.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's third and short.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go.
Now Gordon on 1st down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
1-1-1. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the pressure gets to him again. Bruce Irvin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got him in. It's Bryant. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. He got 29 yards that time. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
6:37. Check. Split 5-man box. 22.
Carr now to throw. Room to run inside the 40, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? First down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Deuce right, Chief.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Monday down. 808. Get down. 280.
Carr toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Slide down.
Hey, watch the slant.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now Carr. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Sliding out of the pocket. He completes it to Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Yes. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Carr to throw on 2nd down. They dump it off to Lynch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Purdue, down, blue 80.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
From the gun on 3rd down. Carr letting one fly deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Watch the backfield.
Raider 9.
Watch 89.
Now Carr again. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Denzel Perryman not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
All right, get set, fellas.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that... all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Let's go. Great. Here we go.
Here's Foles. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Silver. Here we go.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go. Let's go.
Foles. Complete is Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really great play defensively.
Tiger. Let's go.
Now Foles. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
I know a field goal ties it, but I'm not just tempted to go for it. I say do it. At this spot of the field, go get the touchdown.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Raider 694.
Carr now on 1st down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. On 1st down, Carr completes it right side to Cooper. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Carr to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Carr gives to Marshawn, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A Raider 1st down as Carr finds Cooper.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. To throw on second down. Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? To throw his Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They start the drive with Lynch. And some room to maneuver. Finding room at the 30. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On second down, Lynch. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third and long, it's Carr. Going up top. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4
touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Monday down. Get set, get set. 29.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
93.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. The Raiders on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is going to be 3rd and 13. This is Richard, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete, and that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now second down.
Go. Great.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Back to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Bruce Irvin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home,
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the no the leader. Getting that while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot put no zeros. Got your when out. No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and these models it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah. Shorty ought to be my me. Oh yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never got left. Yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Dimes, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me.